Hey guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is The Lady Designer, and today we're here with more Planet Zoo news. A lot earlier than I actually expected, but it's great to see that Frontier Development is back on track when it comes down to creating more packs for Planet Zoo on a more frequent basis. But quickly before we jump in, I would love to thank our fantastic sponsor of the channel, Instant Gaming, because via their website you can get an amazing discount up to 80% on Planet Zoo, including the latest America's Animal Pack, as well as Manor Lords, The Sims, Fabledom, City Skylines, Kingdom Come, Jurassic World Evolution, Planet Coaster, Farming Simulator, and many more awesome games. And by purchasing through their website, not only will you get a great deal, but you will also be supporting the channel. You can find a link to their website in the description of this video and in the pinned message of the comment section, so you can easily find it. We are getting another animal pack. I'm going to assume that because the latest packs are also animal packs with probably a few bits and pieces here and there, like 100 pieces or something like that, which I do still find a pity, but it is what it is. When they're using the color scheme like it is right now, it's either an animal pack or like a combination animal pack with a few pieces, so it's not the older packs anymore. Anyways, we're looking at the honey badger right over here, which I find just really awesome to see being added into the game. The screenshots that the screenshot that I have right now is not like super clear or super sharp. It's a screenshot taken from the live stream, obviously. So yeah, but we can deal with that because we know by now that Frontier does a fantastic job in creating these animals when we are going to see them in game. And surely before that, we're probably going to see an announcement trailer and some screenshot reveals. So surely the quality is going to be amazing as always. And the honey badger just looks super adorable. If you already just look at this face right over here, the claws look really awesome, and the fur. So I think they're gonna look fantastic. Now the question, of course, is what kind of animals will be in this pack? And I'm seeing like a lot of people talking on Twitter and all, like, okay, what kind of theme could it actually be? Could be an Indian theme, an Asian theme. Now I am probably going a little bit off track here. I'm going to make a guess that it's maybe going to be some kind of Rainforest Animal Pack. Also because I kind of feel like Indian, Asian would like tie Frontier Development too much to just one specific region. So yeah, that is going to be my guess. But before we go and speculate about what kind of animals could be in this pack as well, let's just have a quick look here in the backdrop, because we are seeing animals here, and this is very much likely the lion-tailed macaque, which you can find in India. So the India pack, Asian pack is definitely not that far fetch or whatnot. But yeah, it probably is that animal, the lion-tailed macaque. And then if we look here, now this is a very, very interesting one, because obviously in Planet Zoo, we already have two species of elephant. We have the African savanna elephant and we have the Indian elephant. So, okay, that pretty much unless Frontier made a mistake and they added the Indian elephant here in the backdrop and it is not pointing to any new elephant species that we're going to get into the game, I kind of doubt that, because Frontier always did add animals that are in the pack as a teaser or a hint to what kind of animals we can expect. So I'm going to say this is not a mistake. This is not the Indian elephant. So it's got to be a different species of elephant, which I don't know about you guys, but I actually am very excited to see another elephant being added into the game. And I really don't mind that, even though it's probably an unpopular opinion. But I think especially when looking at the amazing quality that Frontier developed over the years, that the elephant is probably going to look bloody fantastic compared to the African elephant and the Indian elephant. So I don't mind. And I'm going to guess, because we cannot do anything else, I'm going to guess that this is probably the Sumatran elephant that you can find in Indonesia. And also looking at the toys right over here, these are definitely elephant toys. Like, I don't even doubt that we're looking at an elephant here. The only thing that we could debate is, like, is Frontier going to add elephants? Is this the Indian elephant? Is this a mistake? Or is this just a new elephant species? I'm going to guess that that is the case. We are seeing some towers right over here, some canopies. But other than that, I don't really think that we are looking at a hint towards any other animal. So yeah, I'm not going to say it's an Indian pack. Asian pack could be, although the Southeast Asia Animal Pack was probably also not the most popular pack when it comes down to the overall Planet Zoo community. Of course, I'm not talking about you that has the Southeast Asia Animal Pack as your most favorite animal pack. But I think it's fair enough to say that Southeast Asia Animal Pack wasn't per se the most popular pack. So I think also looking at the previous packs, and we had the Zookeeper pack and the Barnyard Animal Pack, and I kind of feel like we could definitely be more looking at something like, well, we already have the Tropical Pack. So a Rainforest Animal Pack could definitely be a thing, if you ask me. Okay, so what kind of other animals could we potentially be looking at for that pack? So let's quickly go back to the honey badger, which you can find in Africa, the Middle East, and South Asia, and in India. Their habitat is grasslands, dry forests, but also tropical forests in Central Africa and in India. And their biome is not specifically or exclusive rainforest, but you can definitely also find them in tropical zones. And then you have the lion-tailed macaque, which you can find only in India. So when it comes down to that, it's definitely not a far-fetched that people are saying an Indian pack, but you can find this animal in the tropical rainforest in India. So when it comes down to that, I think a rainforest pack is definitely not a far-fetched. And then looking at the Sumatran elephant, which I said is from Indonesia, and you can find the Sumatran elephant in lowland tropical rainforest and peat swamps. Now, another animal that I would absolutely love to see being added in a rainforest animal pack, if it is going to be a rainforest animal pack, is the Golden Lion Tamarin. I think we've already seen this animal as one of the mods in my modded series. I will make sure to link it in the description down below, which I did a little collaboration with the awesome Leaf Productions. If you don't know him, he's fantastic. Definitely go and check him out. But yeah, the Golden Lion Tamarin is definitely a super beautiful monkey. And you can find this animal in the lowland tropical rainforest as well. So I can totally see that fit the whole theme if this is what we're looking at. And then you have the South American Coati. I think it's also one of the higher requested animals at the Meta Habitat Wishlist. Also an animal that you can find in tropical woodlands and rainforest. And you can find it in mostly the Amazon basin, so Brazil, Peru, Colombia, etc. And then we could look at the Joffrey spider monkey, for example, which you can find in Central America, so Mexico to Panama. And you can also find this animal at the high canopy of a tropical rainforest, so that would also be a perfect fit and also be just a fantastic addition, being in more spread out over the world when it comes down to the animal variety. Another animal that I would absolutely love to see being added to the game as well, and then I don't know why, like the rhinos in the game are always so fantastic, especially the white rhino is still one of my favorites. So I do know that it's like but we already have so many rhinos thing. Same goes with cats, so you know, it's a discussion we are having constantly, and I'm just gonna say it. I would love to have the Sumatran rhino being added as well into the game. I think it's it would be a fantastic addition. I actually would have loved it if they would already have teased the Sumatran rhino then in the artwork. Like, I think it would have made me even more excited about this pack. So it not being in the artwork makes me doubt a little bit if this animal would actually be added in Planet Zoo, or maybe they will save it for Planet Zoo too. Nonetheless, I think the Sumatran rhino would be a really great addition if we were looking at a Rainforest Animal Pack. And then we have another cat. I mean, hello, who doesn't need another cat? You can find the fishing cat in Southeast Asia, India, Sri Lanka, Thailand, and also, of course, in a rainforest, so near rivers, which also would make the river more fitting in the artwork. And then you have them also being a semi-aquatic animal, which is also pretty neat if you ask me. So yeah, fishing cat, I would absolutely love to see that one in the game. And then we have the kinkajou, which you can find in Central and South America, habitat tropical rainforest, so would also fit perfectly in a Rainforest Animal Pack. And then at first I thought, would we actually want to have another armadillo? And then I was like, oh, we already have more rhinos, more cats, more anything. So why not add the giant armadillo, which you can find in South America, also in the rainforest, also floodplains and tropical lowlands. I don't think that's actually a really bad animal choice. Also, looking at how some of the animals are different species, but do kind of look like previous animals, I think a giant armadillo is actually not really far-fetched if Frontier wants to add a different species of armadillo. So I think that's actually not really a bad choice. Now, obviously, these are just a few examples. Also looking at the habitat meta wish list you can find on the forums. It's actually closed, by the way. I didn't realize that the last time we spoke about it, but it doesn't really matter. It's a nice representation of what some people of the Planet Zoo community would love to see being added in the game. And we know by now that Frontier definitely also did look at that list to provide more animals in animal packs and seeing what a group of people from the community wants. I keep saying a group of people because I sometimes always feel like when I look at that meta wish list, like, okay, but if I would have been the one filling this in, I would have probably chose a different way. It's definitely also added by people that know a lot about animals and can also be excited about sometimes hooved animals, which doesn't excite me the most. So yeah, it represents a good chunk of people from the Planet Zoo community, but not everyone. Let's just put it that way. Personally, I think the Rainforest Animal Pack is definitely not a very bad choice. When looking at the previous names of packs, I think that could definitely be on the table here, but I'm obviously just super curious to hear your thoughts about this. What do you think? What kind of pack are we seeing? Indian pack, Asian pack, or do you agree maybe some kind of Rainforest Animal Pack? I would love to hear your thoughts. And what do you think about the elephant that we are seeing right over here? And of course the honey badger. Do you like it? Are you excited for it or not? Let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like in this video if you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. And yeah, I just really do hope to see you guys all in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys!